Hello YouTube. So I'm Pete Shea. 200 days ago or so I was in a job in Sarasota, and the guy hooked up the Porta-wrap wrong, and I basically ran a class before I went up, got the rope with my slingshot way up in a tree, had it come down and tied it off to like another tree. So that went from that around a rigging point and back down to the Porta-wrap, where I explained how to hook it up, how to stand away from it and why, because you don't want to be in the way of branches, and if there's not enough friction, you don't want to be sucked right into it with your hands. And what else did I go over? You know, what a half a wrap is, a full wrap, what the pegs are for. I didn't mention that if something goes wrong, just let go of it. It's not worth it to burn the shit out of your hands. And I should have, because that would have saved this dude. And so, I don't know. So I'm sitting here racking my brain, trying to figure out what went wrong, because I made a call and he flaked out, didn't hang with the job, so I can't get in touch with him to ask him personally what it is that he did wrong. So I'm sitting here. I know that instead of taking this, oh, I went ahead and tied a knot back here. My bad. Either that or I'll just edit this out. I had it where he pulled it through, what it looked like, where there was a tail end going back to the Porta-wrap, because I looked down and I couldn't see the Porta-wrap from the curvature of the tree, but I saw the rope going him and then kind of back towards the tree, and I figured that was just, you know, the rest of his rope was back there. So I guess, you know, you should have all of your rope with you, with the rest of the rope behind you, and nothing left in front of you. And that also could have maybe avoided what had happened here. What have I done here? What have I done here? Okay. There we go. There it is. Okay. Got a bowline on a bite or something. Okay, so pull this back out. And show you what I was trying to accomplish here. Ah, I got it. Holy crap. Oh, I took it off. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I believe, instead of taking this and going over the peg and giving it one wrap, now he had done this, I don't know, 6 or 7 times before the branch that he didn't get it right on, and he was doing great, but somewhere he had gotten confused, and seeing as how the tail of the rope was coming back to the tree, I'm thinking, you know, maybe he went like this, because I saw, you know, like rope that was going back to the tree that just didn't sit right with me or look right from up there, and it's completely, you know, something I should have been like, you know, why is the rope going back to the tree? I could have mentioned that you should have the rest of the rope all behind you. Now, the guy that owns the company says he remembers what he had done wrong, that he didn't wrap it and he didn't go over the peg. Because I took it like this and I went like, put like a wrap like that, and I hooked it up to my truck and pulled real hard to see if that would unwind and be stuck, like, you know, just as if it would, maybe it would go blah 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 and come back and just be like that, but it wouldn't. With the truck hooked up like that, it was actually holding like that and would have had some kind of friction, at least a little bit. So it wasn't that. What I found out is that he didn't wrap it at all, or, you know, maybe he had gotten this through and did something with this end here But I guess what I'm finding out is that he had just done this and thought maybe that other end was going to do something. He just got confused and lost it. So I guess this is what happened. He had just got it like this and held on to it, and the branch came down, and he had no friction. It was from that to a pulley to a very heavy branch. So yeah, none of that is ever gonna work. You should never have to pass your rope all the way through that like that. It's always gonna be this side of the Porta-wrap in the air with this piece down, sitting like this. And you take a bite of rope and you pass it under and over the peg, and that's what I'd call like a half a wrap. Goes under, over, around the peg, down there. And sometimes you'll see people want to start wrapping it this way, and that's creating a bite in the rope right there, which isn't good. You won't get much play. It'll be a lot too much friction. And so yeah, I want to follow the path of the rope and wrap this way. And since we're doing the video, if you want to get it really tight for the climber, you're going to pull outward and then lift up with your other hand. I don't know why it can be hard for people to grasp. You're trying to tell them to, they want to pull down and then lift up here, and they're struggling, when you can get a lot more pull by putting your foot on the tree, pulling back, then lifting up. See, I'd gotten a little bit right there. And then hold your tension, throw a wrap on it, and you got it nice and tight for the climber. Or, you know, clearing over something you're close to. So, I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was going to be something like, you know, maybe he passed it through like this, and, you know, oh, that's possible too. No, because that would have hung on. But I guess he just put it through the loop, and he pulled a bunch of slack out that way, and he thought he had himself a wrap. He became so confused, or dazed and confused with the sun. And I hope nobody ever does this. It always needs to be how you're instructed from an experienced climber or groundsman. There's lots of videos on how to use a Porta-wrap. I haven't seen one up about how not to. So I figured I'd do that, because that guy did it wrong and he got really messed up. There's no friction. He was pulled. He didn't let go. And he was pulled into the tree, cracked his pinky fingernail in half, battered his back against the tree, and was on the ground rolling around saying he couldn't breathe. And even though he was wearing gloves, he still burnt his hands badly. Okay, so that was, I think that about covers it. Please comment if there's anything else we could have added to this. Any thoughts? Any ideas? Any safety tips? Please put in the comments. And thank you for watching. Take care.